observing and modeling for prediction and assessment to support resilient systems. This is prepared by Francesco Trotto of the CMCC Foundation, who will give us the talk. Francesco, please come. And also together with Aleta Ginguis from the Marine Science Institute of the University of the Philippines. Max, or a little bit less to allow for some question if you could, thanks.
Non vedo. Coastal Network. Ah, ok, perfetto. Vai. No, non è questa qui. Questa è un'altra presentazione di...
No, no, go back. No, no, back. The third one, yeah. Yeah. And then the first. Yeah, and then the second one.
This?
You're gonna go there.
Le presente sono... Okay. So, good morning, everybody. I will present in this talk an overview of this new training course called COMPASS that will start in the end of this month in the Philippines. COMPASS stands for Coastal Observing and Modeling for Prediction and Assessment to Support Resilient System. I will give an introduction, the target participant, the object and learning outcome, which is the platform that and computational resource that we will use during the course, an overview, a fast overview of the section, and some conclusion. Okay, so COMPASS training course is an initiative of the Coastal Predict program together with the DCC for Coastal Resilience and the CC Foundation. The course is designed for professional and postgraduate students in ocean science, and the idea is to provide tools and knowledge in order to improve the coastal observing and modeling system, and so improve the coastal resilience and enhance the ability to predict, manage, and mitigate the ecological risk. Let's do this. So, as I said, the course is tailored for the Philippine coastal region, a nation in the Western Pacific Ocean that is recognized at the center of marine biodiversity. This dark blue area is the so-called Coral Triangle, composed of 6 nations, and one of these is Philippines. That is one of the largest and biodiverse coral reef ecosystem in the world. Okay, okay, I will stay like this. And so the health of the ocean is deeply linked to the livelihood of these people, making sustainable coastal management essential for this area. They are facing challenges, highly threatened by local and global stressors, like over-harvesting of marine resources, different kinds of pollution, plastic pollution, industrial pollution, coastal development, sedimentation, and all the effects of the climate change. So for this reason, it's important to improve the coastal observing and modeling system, the area, that are, we know, play essential role in address environmental challenge that impact this area. And improving the system, they will improve, as I said, the coastal resilience and they strengthen the ability of the community to predict and manage, mitigate the ecological risk. Okay, so During the course, we will deal with different key topics related to coastal observing and modeling, and we will try to combine theoretical knowledge with practical exercise. We tune all the program in order to have more or less 50% of practical exercise. So we will deal with knowledge of ocean circulation modeling, wave modeling, biogeochemical modeling, machine learning cluster algorithm, then also regional physical oceanography, an overview of ocean instrument platform, remote sensing, some application on decision support system for oil spill and ship routing optimization. And then there will be section of practical exercise. We will do the participant will perform a downscaling experiment in the area using this platform called SURF. They will do simulation with modeling, coupling physical and biochemical modeling, and also application of machine learning cluster algorithm that I will show better now, later. The course is split in an online section and in-presence section. For the online section, we will be supported by the Ocean Teacher Global Academy that provides this a nice web-based learning platform. They normally provide courses focusing on ocean science, technology, and services. It's very easy to register. Just the user need to create an account. They can access to the material course. And then one important thing that the participant will do exercise accessing to these interactive computer services. Is a service that offer easy access to the Galileo 100 supercomputer. Is one of the supercomputer of the Cinica Center of Italy that offer this computation node via a web-based Jupyter interface, Jupyter Lab interface. That is pre-configured environment with different tool, Python environment, VS Code. The user can access to the terminal. It's very easy. We avoid to use their own laptop. So they just need to go to this website, access to this interface, and they can do exercise. They just need the internet connection in the end. This is the team. We are more or less 13 people, instructors from CMCC, myself, Luca Giunti, Viviana Permattei, Igor, and Gian Andrea, that are here. Then from the University of Bologna, Marco Zavatarelli, Lorenzo, and Federica Benassi. Then there are also local team instructor, Aletta, Cesar, Laura, Aiko, and also Samantha Sidlaki. And then as organizer of Nadia, they started the program and married Maria, Ariba, and Patrick. And we select more or less, I think, 16 participants. That is a perfect number for this kind of course. Okay, now I'll just illustrate very fast the section. As I said, there will be an online section and an in-person training. In the online section, 24th of February, we will give introduction of ocean circulation modeling, an overview of this relocatable platform, and we will show some result of downscaling experiment. We will show some fundamental of coastal wave modeling, key methodology, application using WaveWatch 3. And Marco Zavatarelli will show a general introduction to the art of coupling physical and biochemical numerical modeling. And he will use BF model coupled with the POM hydrodynamic model. Then an overview of the interactive computer services, our work, and Luca will show a step-by-step tutorial how to execute a downscale experiment, how all the platform work, And for this kind of downscaling, we will use containerization, Docker, and in particular Singularity in this training, so that are very easy to use. After that, we will give some exercise. We also have a day to answer a question if have a question related to the exercise. And then next week, we will go to Philippines in present training. And there will be like 6-day very intense day of theory and practice. After an open ceremony, we will do an icebreaker, and then we will start with the local teacher that will show an overview of regional physical oceanography in the Philippines, application of remote sensing, observation system modeling effort that they have in the Philippines. The application that they already done with the platform SURF to do downscaling in the area. And then Samantha, they will give an introduction numerical model for marine ecosystem. Then second day, we continue on numerical ocean circulation modeling, dynamic density technique. We go more in deep on the NEMO model. We will use NEMO for this downscaling. And then they will continue the downscaling practical exercise, also doing validation of the results. The afternoon will dedicate to application of decision support system related to oil spill forecast using the service with oil, and the ship routing optimization using our service VSIR2 that enhance efficiency in time and fuel consumption. Two services that are developed on CMCC. Then the third day will be dedicated to wave and biogeographical modeling and machine learning. So Lorenzo, they will be a practical day. So Lorenzo will show how to perform simulation, wave simulation in particular I think in Manila Bay using WaveWatch 3 and how analyze the output data. Marco, they will show how to simulate local marine ecosystem dynamic, how to explore the influence of key parameter, and how to evaluate the effect of the physical dynamic on biochemical dynamic. And Federica will show some concept related to machine learning clustering algorithm in order to analyze a long-term data set of chlorophyll and sea surface temperature anomaly. And then they will show how to perform the exercise, how to perform this kind of analysis. Then the fourth day will be dedicated
go a little faster, please?
just to slide, a review of a measurement instrument and platform. And then the student, the participant will finalize the case study. There will be the group presentation, and then the last day we will do a field trip in Manila Bay, where we will install the low-cost sea level sensor that we showed yesterday in the Manila Bay. So as conclusion, so the Compass Philippines Training Initiative aim to enhance cost observing modeling capability in the Philippines, supporting sustainable management, improving coastal resilience, again, the environmental challenge that I showed before. The training combine theory and practical exercise, give the essential skill to simulate, analyze, and manage real-world scenario. And for the practical exercise, the participant will access to the Cineca interactive computer infrastructure, eliminating the need of specific resource, local resource, so just needed simple internet connection. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there one quick question? Yes, Jay.
I didn't see anything on small training and best practices, and I'm wondering and would suggest that these courses exist both in the video from OTGA that we have and also a summer school training course. So if you're interested, I'd be happy to talk about that.
Okay. Yeah.
Thank you, Francesco. So we're moving to the second talk. You want to say something on this?
Yeah, the first week we will do, not just to reply, we will do an online section. All the class will be recorded, so we will be can access later also for. And then we can talk
Thank you.
about.
We're moving to Nadia. So
there is already a mini course on OTCA, right? Can we get access to it? And can we do it the week while we do the remote teaching? Yeah. So, no, not to me, but to, so you access the course from the OTCA the week before the meeting, before the in-presence teaching. Thank you.
very nice, thanks. So Nadia will talk to us about the DCC-CR course.
Yeah, so Compass is really designed by CoastPredict group, initial group, after the request in Barcelona to strengthen our training capacity. So we like to call, the thing goes as follows. It will be Compass Philippines now, thanks to Aletta that was very strong in pushing for that. And but then there will be Compass Mexico, there will be Compass Bahamas, and so the idea is to have that formula repeated over with maybe some changes, adaptive changes, okay, adaptive to the specific area. Maybe also I see Annabella, we have some intercomparison in some Compass, okay? So, thank you. Okay, so this is instead another school. No, actually not, the one that was shown was a course, a series of courses that will be part of a school, hopefully. We haven't organized everything yet, but definitely now we have the first DCC-CR Sustainable Coastal, the Coastal Resilience School. We have a school. And under this school, we have the first course, Sustainable Coastal Growth and Resilience, which I'm going to illustrate, that is running these days. And many of the teachers are among us. So the audience is a postgraduate and early career program with a special focus on entrepreneurship and business people, young business people in the coastal protection, practitioners, and so. So as you will see, we had a lot of applications, and we selected a very minority of academics and a large amount of young entrepreneurs in the coastal business sector. So the course objectives are understanding the need for coastal resilience in business, corporate responsibility and so on, assessing and using the new coastal hazard information, let them know that there is a lot of open source information if they can make use of that. Very fundamental environmental impact assessment techniques, methods, risk assessment and management methods, solutions for coastal resilience. So we are three. We worked very intensively for the past 6 months. Myself, engineer Renata Archetti from the Department of Civil, Chemical, and Environmental Material Engineering at the University of Bologna, and last but not least, Quillon Arfam from a real consulting company, HR Wallingford. Very important. They feed with experience and with also teaching experience. They actually are very good. They have very good record of teaching. So they connect the land-sea interface, right? So the course is, again, this is a different format, right? So from Compass. Compass is weighted toward the in-present training. There's a short week of online to get people with the tools, and then big in-presence. Here instead, we have a long preparation. So people that are in business can work for, while they learn. And so everything is recorded. All the lectures are recorded. And since we are across the world, you will see the students now, we're across the world, they can take the lectures when they can, during their time. So the course will be 10 weeks online. I apologize for the overlay. 10 weeks online from January 27, so last week, to April 4. And then there will be 1 week in person, which will be a sort of a discussion of the learning. Okay, so it's a different thing. So the learning occurs in 2 months before the meeting. And so we have 4 different modules. I'm just going there. The first one is that has been already done, concepts and methods. And Dr. Giulia Galluccio is here. She will undertake some question and answers this week because we have different parts. I cannot compete with the quality of the presentation of Francesco that is perfect with the weekdays. I'm going to copy this for the next time presentation. Very nice, Francesco, as usual. So module 1, overview of coastal resilience and importance for business, understanding coastal hazards from operational oceanographic products, with a very important also part on the Galileo 100. We will see that. So again, we provide access to a e-computing infrastructure. So this is what I would call the closest to a cloud that a supercomputing center can allow. Okay, so we will see how that will evolve. That's what I was saying yesterday a little bit. It's extremely connected to a very large, one of the largest in Europe and in the world, supercomputing centers, Cineca in Bologna, and they are starting to develop the interface. So the cloud interface, and we will use that. So module 2 is on accessing. We have also, we are pointing also to satellite data, open source data. This is all open source data. And then we go to module 3, impact assessment and risk management, enabling technology. So here again, we talk about GIS, we talk about artificial intelligence, informatics and big data, introduction to data simulation, reanalysis. But you see, the level is different here. It's not the same as detailed and very deep into the technical aspects, because not everybody will do everything in their business, right? But you tell them this is available. So if you want to specialize here, you have the tools. And then the solutions. Okay, so what is really nice is thanks to Cineca, a collaboration with Unibo and CMCC, we were able to tap into these resources that are really amazing resources. Is a new Galileo 100 is a new infrastructure co-funded by European and so on. And the students will have full exposure to a modern cloud interactive infrastructure offered by the Cineca. The environment has been developed specifically, and here we have 2 of our magicians, Maggie and Salvatore from CMCC, that really made miracle to adapt our notebooks, our environment for accessing the data, the open source data. So it's ready. Now all the students, I'm happy to say, have registered, and actually they have accessed to maybe, oh, you're not completely sure. Okay, so we'll see. But, you know, at least the first phase of access, right? Yeah. So, as I said, we did this because we were free to think really wide, because we were in coordination with OTGA. OTGA, this wonderful platform for delivering courses. This same system will deliver a certificate. UNESCO has elaborated with ISO on a certain number of ISO number. So we were particularly happy to hear about that, because people in business require a certificate if they give their time, and but also students, I would say, in general. And yeah, so that platform allows a lot of things. For example, what Jay just said, you have a course that was delivered some time ago. If the owner of the course makes it available, you can reuse. Fantastic. So here is our wonderful class. 25 young professionals selected among 500 applications that we could only reach with OTGA. OTGA is connected to the UNESCO IOC system of Ocean Expert, which contains thousands of young, older, much older like me people in it. And so when they disseminate a school, they disseminate to all, and it's already all done. Then students by continent, we have a large proportion of Asia, because we consider also islands, the archipelago, and so we have Africa, you see the blue, and all the other colors. We have only 3 people from, one from Canada, one from Europe, and one from, I don't remember now, but we privilege the Global South, which could be not always done, but that's our strength. And then we have students by year of professional experience. So we have quite less than 3 years business entrepreneur. We have 3 to 6, which was our privilege. Yeah. So there is an end course assignment. And the assignment will be to design and execute a comprehensive coastal resilience plan for their area of interest. So students have already decided their area of interest. They will access the open source data for their area of interest. They will access these notebooks that do analysis of this, and they will deliver a plan. So the final deliverable has key sections and so on. And how are we going to discuss this? We will be in wonderful Bertinoro residence of the University of Bologna, which you see, this is a nice castle and is all adequately prepared for a course. And it will be in Presence Week at the Bertinoro University, with also a visit to the Emilia-Romagna Coastal Resilience Project that talking to the engineers and the governance that favored the implementation of this visionary project for the Emilia-Romagna coast. And that's it.
Thank you, Nadia. One question, perhaps? Yes, Mauro?
Hi, Nadia. That's a very excellent idea. So Are you planning to replicate the course in other regions? And how many hours is the course?
Okay, so the lectures are 10 hours per week and we have 5 weeks. So it's 50 hours lectures. Then there is the whole week, 8 hours in presence. So it's about 100 hours, let's say. It goes on a 100 hour because we are also have webinars during the intermediate week, which are also another form. I have no time to look at to tell you exactly in detail. Yes, replication. The DCC-CR totally sponsors the coming of the 25 students to Bertinoro. So the cost is about 30,000, 35,000 for them to come, all the 25. So this, is required, is the real thing that is required in addition to the cost. Why? Yeah, it's not true. It's not true. No, it's more because we also, this is for the travel of the students. Sorry, I forgot. Well, okay. In any case, we need that budget, right? If you want to have a budget, we have Cecilia and the other people that followed. We know now exactly how much it costs, but more, so Giulia, CDI of Giovanni and Giulia, so it's maybe 70,000. That's better because we pay the teachers to provide the video because we have a deliverable, so we can quantify. And yeah, and also because of the quality, when you are a professional, even if you are an academic professional, it's good to be paid. So in any case, yes, so we need to find that. The DCC-CR already started a discussion, and hopefully we will have some intermediate quote-unquote assembly of CoastPredict to see what we can propose and have also your assessment. Okay. The idea is repeat. Yeah.
Very
we have
quick.
one more.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
We
Please.
really have to move. We are so late. Yeah. So please. Okay.
Yes, I will be quick. I just wanted to know if the online deliverables will be made available for the regions that are underrepresented or may not have been involved or even applied. I'm not sure what the reach was like, but I don't think I saw anything for Central America or the tropical Atlantic, the Caribbean.
No, we have a Caribbean.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't know where it was in the division of the continents. Let's not be too Trump-like. I don't know how they divided. I mean, anyway, I'm sure. No, we have two actually, but it's fine. But your question is even also important because what we do is we are asking now permission to the people who have applied to use their mail and advocate that they will be in touch with us asking for material, as well as we will try to publish the final reports from the 25 students on their, and that definitely will be made available. So I would say it's not yet clear how we use all the 500, but we know they are all, they want to know. They want to know where we go. So we will try to do our best. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Nadia. So now we have Giulia Galluccio for the CMCC Future Earth Research School.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you. So another school for you. So I'm Giulia Galluccio. I'm the director of the Advanced Training and Education Center at CMCC. As it has been already announced yesterday by my colleague Simona Masina. last year, in 2024, CMCC decided to equip itself of another facility, the Advanced Training and Education Center. We have a fivefold mission. So first of all, of course, provide education courses for the next generation and the current generation, I would say, of young researchers. Our aim is also to create a global knowledge hub at CMCC. So we really want to capitalize on the effort we did at CMCC in terms of research, products, tools, methodologies, data, etc. So we really want to make the best use of those materials. And we are not only targeting students, young researchers, but also the public administrations. In terms of providing training on policy and governance, and of course the global south. And we have a lot of, as we are seeing today, a lot of activities targeted for the global south. So for sure is one of our target region in general. And then last, but I would say not least, we use also our center to investigate and to try to foster, let's say, the connection and the link with different communities. And one of our topic right now is the climate law. So we really want to close the gap between scientists on climate and researchers and scientists on other disciplines. And the climate law is an amazing field with a lot of growing opportunities and a lot of need to connect science with this community. So the Future Earth Research School, so the Advanced Training and Education Center, of course, is not starting from zero. We are capitalizing from our past experience, and in particular, with this school, the Future Earth Research School was born as a project financed by the Emilia-Romagna region. And we really want to be and to stay as a reference point in research on sustainability. So we are trying to tackle the most prominent research topic to launch some courses. And again, that was our location, so Bertinoro. So as presented by Nadia, this is a center of the University of Bologna. It's a beautiful castle located in between Bologna and the Adriatic coast. And it provides a perfect, let's say, environment for gathering students and, let's say, to promote their interactions in a beautiful, quiet, and I would say conducive environment for thinking and research. So those are our numbers. For up to now, we already implemented the 6 courses for a total of 117 students. The 528 total hours of educational activities. This is the distribution of our students. So the majority are coming from Europe, but we have, indeed, the 69 is also including, I think, the Middle East. Then we have the 6% from Africa, 15% from Asia, and then the 5% from North America and 6% from South America. So it's a small activity, let's say, relatively small activity, but we show the capacity to attract in Italy, in Bertinoro, people coming from all over the world. And the average age of our students is 28.5 years old. We put also a cap in terms of age, because as you will see, okay, no, those are our topics, but I will show you later. The format is 2 weeks, full 2 weeks in presence. So the idea is to have people coming from different backgrounds, different countries, with different experience, but at least with a similar age. This is something that can really unify people and fostering the discussion and exchange. Those are the topics we covered so far. So different topics on sustainability and climate. Water resources, that was our very first course. But then we also tackled the broader issue of adaptation in terms of adaptation planning and sustainable risk management. We provided 2 courses on data-driven modeling and machine learning. Is absolutely one of the topics that require a lot of training, and we had the opportunity to benefit of our supercomputing center here in Lecce, and then a course on sea level rise and coastal adaptation. That's why I'm also here. And last course, we also started also to provide courses on law, finance, and climate litigation. Again, very much connected with addressing climate risk. It was more focused on Europe, but not only on this. So this one was the course on sea level rise and coastal adaptation. That course was provided in autumn 2023. Thanks also with the collaboration with Professor Pinardi. We gathered 21 students from 11 different countries. We covered so people coming from Africa, Asia, and South America. So as I said, 2 weeks, 2 intense weeks of courses in presence. The first week was focusing more on science, so understanding sea level rise. So it was already with a specific focus on sea level rise. As I said, here we are promoting the multidisciplinarity of people. That's why it was very important also to start also from the basics, let's say, also of the science. So we had people coming from not only from physics, but also social science, philosophy, economics. So all together try to understand how deal with the sea level rise risk in terms of promoting adaptation at coastal areas. So the week 1 on the science behind sea level changes, and then they covered sea level measurement techniques, modeling, sea level modeling, sea level variability, and then a broader scope on climate change and sea level rise. So beyond the only sea level rise factors. And then the second week fully devoted to addressing impacts and adaptation. Adaptation in terms of adaptation planning and adaptation solutions. So more in general coastal processes affected by sea level rise, analysis of case studies showcasing the different impacts, not only environmental impacts, but also economic impacts and social impacts deriving from sea level rise impacts, and an overview of different adaptation strategies and approaches. So those are some pictures. Behind, let's say, programs, we have people. First of all, Begonia Perez Gomez, the director of the course. She's a practitioner. She's a modeler and a practitioner because she's director at the Ports of Spain Authority. And a number of the other lecturers, and of course our students with the final certificate. Very, very briefly, we asked the students to work on case studies, so they divided themselves in groups. And they've been asked since the very first day to start working in the afternoons on their case studies. They were free to choose a specific coastal areas according to their background experience. And we asked to provide a final presentation addressing all those elements. So first of all, the current and future conditions that the area they selected are facing and they will face in the future according to the modeling activities they were, let's say, studying. Then conducting a risk and impact analysis, assessing the existing adaptation solutions, because very often those areas are already implementing adaptation solutions, and it's very important also to come with some assessment, monitoring, and in general also review of what has been done in order to develop possible new proposals. So just here an example, the work on Jakarta. So they did a very in-depth review of the solutions proposed and also on the evaluation of the complexity of the different solutions in terms of economic and social dimension. Some Italians proposed IPISA, and that was, let's say, a case of, I don't want to say maladaptation, but for sure infrastructural not perfect adaptation. So they were proposing nature-based, I would say, solutions. They also studied the case of Miami, another group, Lisbon, and also for Bangkok in Thailand. They work very nicely because they provide different possible solutions, also working a little bit with AI, including possible solutions, for example, in terms of building protection infrastructures, or, for example, accommodating the last small picture. The Shifi city is proposing a city that is basically it's a floating city, so allowing water coming in Bangkok. But what was very nice in that case, they also tried to estimate the cost to implement those measures. So
please conclude.
I'm concluding with, again, we are proposing also a site visit. So again, on the coastal region of Emilia-Romagna, the Po Delta Park is a UNESCO Man and Biosphere Reserve, and also the coastline, which is a hotspot for sea level rise in Italy. Feedback and future perspective. So that's the most important part. So what the student liked the most. So the networking and the interaction with the professors and the lecturers, and also among themselves. It's the most important part for them. And the practical sessions, and also the possibility to learn in nature. For them, having a direct experience is the most important factor. Last but not least, this is an announcement for the European Climate Change Adaptation Conference in Rimini in June. We are organizing at CMCC this conference. It will be, we are planning to gather 600, 700 people. 16, 18 of June. The submission for session is open until the February 2024. The theme, protecting coastal and mountain areas. So I would like to encourage you to submit your proposal and to come to Italy to visit Rimini, and to share your experience. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Is there a very quick question? We're so over time. If not, thank you.